Ladies, hello. All right, we on. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades. This is Kenyan Revolutionary. Karibu, 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 karibu. Bwana sifiwe. Amen. Okay. Please take your time. Take your time. It's late, I know. It's probably past midnight in Kenya. Karibu, 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 karibu. Okay. Ingieni moja kwa moja. I see most of us need salvation. I'm here for that. I'm here to save you. Please get in. Get in. Get in. The first order of business, as usual, in case you're going to watch this in repeat or you're watching this live as we speak, please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, like the video. If you already subscribed, the first order of business is like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, go ahead, like, comment, and all that. Karibuni, karibuni. We need to talk. Gen Z, baby boomers, millennials, Generation X, Generation Y, the alphas, karibuni. We need to talk. Mpaka tuongee. This is the only dialogue you need. Wacheni ile dialogue ya Raila. Raila Odinga and the Azimio joins Ruto at the KICC to sign the amendment bill. They did that already, okay? In case you are living you're living in space here on Earth in a place called Kenya in eastern part of Africa. Raila went and joined Ruto in that signing, and they were talking about implementing Nadco, and they told us with bold faces that if they implement the proposals made by Nadco, it will make the Gen Z, it will actually address the problems Gen Z are agitating for in the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't believe it when I heard that, but that's what they told us. In case you're wondering too, these Nadco reports are illegal. The High Court already pronounced itself on the matter, and they say that Nadco was never and was not anchored in law. Okay? So it was an illegality. It has no legal basis. It cannot be implemented if it was illegal. But the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalition met outside the parliament, outside the legislative body, and they came up with this with this proposal. And now they're trying to make it law. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I couldn't believe it myself. But again, majority of us, well, some of us knew what the game was, and I told you if you watch my video yesterday and my past videos. In fact, some people are saying Gen Z are the new opposition. I said this. I made a video on that. Go check my channel. I said the Kenyan people are the new opposition. This I said. I predicted this. I said this. Like the video as we get started. Like the video. We are about to get started. Because I will tell you what will happen next. I am your political dietitian. I will tell you what's next. Karibu sana. Like the video as we get started. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we're about to get in. Easy mchezos. These games have to end. How are the same corrupt individuals? The conman game, it has to end. It has to. So now, Raila Odinga, we should put you in the menu. Wewe pia uko on the firing line along with Ruto. In fact, Raila's own son said he doesn't agree with Ruto. Raila Odinga Jr. does not agree with his dad. That tells you. Martha Karua did not agree. Mamalwa did not agree with Raila Odinga. Jokes imeisha. Siku za jokes zimepita. Hizo siku zimepita kabisa. We are not going to play these games. We are not going to do what? Play these games. We're not. I'm sorry, we're not. Karibu sana. Get in. I see you. Ingieni. Now, do not be surprised. Do not be upset. This was expected. As I told you, these guys had to create a crisis before implementing, making law these Nadco proposals. Okay? These were things that were already discussed, and you saw the IEBC Amendment. Now we are going to actually, let me just start with videos. Let me just show you something. Let me show you something that will excite you. John Mose Karibu, I see you. I'll show you things that will excite you, because you don't get the implications of this. Unajua nyinyi mnafikiri mtatoa Ruto through the ballot. Ruto and Azimio and Kenya Kwanza are all one thing. And now they have captured the IEBC. They are going to choose people who they have agreed on, who they know will guarantee, pick leaders, representatives that they want. Let me repeat this again. Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalition have passed this IEBC law, okay, and they've made it the way it is in order to make sure that in every election that we are going to have, this coalition of Azimio and Kenya Kwanza, they are going to choose representative that they want, that are compromised, that are going to maintain the status quo. Yes, wanatupima akili, exactly. I will repeat again. Niliwambia yesterday, pay attention to the referee. The referee is IEBC. So these people are bringing a law that they know will determine who is the referee. Wacha niwaambie, niliwambia kitu kitambo. Azimio and Kenya Kwanza are one. They are scared to death of Gen Z, because Gen Z want to overhaul the system. Unaona? Gen Z want to change the system. Na system ikichangiwa, that means hawa watu Azimio wote, hawa watu wa Kenya Kwanza wote, they'll be jobless. Now the criminal activities that they've taken, whether it's the debt that they have been acquiring illegally, and then the corruption, wanajua watafungwa. So they had to come up with this Nadco wakutane and agree upon it. They want to make it law. So now they are going to choose. Tukienda election, wewe unafikiria tunaenda kutoa recall, sijui unaenda kurecall mtu, hakuna mtu ta recall. Na wakimwindoa wataleta mtu ambayo might not be chosen by the people, but the person that they have chosen for us. They want that control. Our tacky people with integrity. That's why I'm telling you, pay attention to the kind of laws that these guys are passing. Okay? And Raila has shown his hand. He was always part of this Ruto government. Leo amejitokeza akasema live. Sasa si kujificha, amesema yeye anataka Nadco. I mean, he said it before, but now alikuwa nangoja hii mzozo hii ya dinio, sasa ametokea. He's part of Ruto's gang. So tukienda election, let's say if I'm just going to use Langata. Tuseme watu wamechoka na nani na what is his name, this Jalas, and they want to vote him out. People are not happy with him. Kenya Kwanza na Azimio watakaa chini waseme hapa Langata, wacha tuweke tu nani akae tu hapo. Wacha Jalas aendelee. And nyinyi mtaendelea election, mtapiga mlaini ndefu, mkipiga ninio laini. Now you know you can vote from a pickup. In a pickup. Sasa mtapiga laini ndefu, mnajaribu kutoa Jalas, ati sijui tuko na voting card, sijui tunaenda kumtoa. Watarig hiyo election, Jalas atatoka. Nairobi. Who is the Nairobi governor? Sakaja ni mkora, tumejua ni mkora. Has been in corruption, embroiled in corruption, sijui nini. Now, election ikifika, we shall be lining up tumekasirika. We are trying to remove Sakaja. Tumepiga laini. Tunataka kutoa Sakaja. Laini ni ndefu. Mutaenda mpige overwhelmingly. But guess what will happen? Raila atakaa chini na nani Ruto aseme unajua hapa Nairobi, Nairobi is very good collecting, na collect pesa mingi sana. By the way, Raila anapatanga hiyo 200 million yake per month. So he'll want Sakaja to aendelee. And they'll sit down, wakae, wasema wacha tuache Sakaja hapo. Sasa nyinyi mtaenda mpigie Babu Owino, sijui mpigie nani ati mnataka kuwa governor wapi? Sakaja will win another 5 years. Kwa sababu the IEBC laws that they've just passed was part of Nadco and was part of them kusikizana vile wata choose your representatives. And those representatives will not be working on your behalf. They will be working to maintain the interest of the political class. That is why Nadco was never about Kenyans. Nadco was never about Kenyans. Wacha niwaambie saizi, kama ujui wacha nikuambie. Nadco was never about Kenyans. It was never about Kenyans. It is an illegality and they are pushing it through parliament to make it law. So for those who think that this is Nadco, but I'm glad what wameninio, people are responding. Let me show you some tweets. Let's get started. Let's get started. Are we about to get started? Let's get started. Tuanze. Gen Z wame finally funguana macho, wamefunguka macho, wanaona wanasema baba wewe ni mkora. Huu ni mzee mkora kabisa, mkora mkubwa kabisa. Mkora. All right. Let's listen in. Are you ready? Let me play this first video. Nitaweka link hapa mtu anataka kuingia nisikie maoni yenu. I want to listen to you guys what you have to say. Kama mtaki kuongea sawa. But let me show the reaction of people and I'll tell you what is possibly going to happen tomorrow. Hold on. I am ready. I ndio hiyo basi. Let's see this tweet.
If we can get different results.
Oh shoot. All right. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to enlargen it, but ndio hiyo basi. Ndio mko. What the heck? Poleni.
We cannot use an old map to navigate new territories. Respectively, this is an old map. And we, as Kenyans right now, we are trying to navigate new territories. We are trying to do things differently so that we can at least see if we can get different results. Because the old ways of doing things have not worked so far. Also, why are people shocked by this? Like, this man have been doing this for the past 20 or 30 years. Like, there's always demonstrations. And at the end of everything, he always makes sure that he benefits. People are killed, people are injured, people's lives are changed forever. Then he always goes back to the drawing board, have a negotiation with the sitting president, either gets a position, gets money, gets contracts, and then suddenly he says the government is good. Everything is good after he benefits. So why are you guys shocked? We cannot use an old map to navigate new territories. Respectively, this is an old map. And we, as Kenyans right now, we are trying to navigate new territories. We are trying to do things differently so that we can at least see if we can get different results. Because the old ways of doing things have not worked so far. Also, why are people shocked by this? Like, this man have been doing this for the past 20 or 30 years. Like, there's always demonstrations. And at the end of everything, he always makes sure that he benefits. People are killed, people are injured, people's lives are changed forever. Then he always goes back to the drawing board, have a negotiation with the sitting president, either gets a position, gets money, gets contracts, and then suddenly he says the government is good. Everything is good after he benefits. So why are you guys shocked?
Good point. Why are you guys shocked? Huh? Now, let me tell you something that's going to happen tomorrow. Karibu sana Gypsy Corner. Karibu Jonah. Jonah is telling me that, come on, man. Even in the US, there's mobile voting. I don't know what state is it. I don't know what state you live in, brother. I don't know what state you live in. But there's no mobile voting in the US. The Secretary of State kind of is the IEBC of every state of the elections. It's not a federal thing. It's state by state. And there's no states in these United States of America that have mobile voting. They usually have polling station, which is usually churches or schools. but no, nothing there's nothing like mobile voting. That's something that's unheard of. In fact, I don't know what country that uses that. Please enlighten me, but definitely not the US. No, I know what I'm talking about. There's no mobile voting. There's polling stations. Like I said, they're usually schools or churches. Schools or churches. Hakuna mobile at somebody comes with a pickup and a park up alafu watu wana vote. Nothing like that. That is unheard of. No. I know what I'm talking about. I don't have to Google it. There's some things I could Google, but not that one. So, Jonah, respectfully, no. Yo, hapo, no. No. All right. Nadia ananiambia hapa huko Europe hakuna kitu kama hicho. So, Jonah, I don't know where you're getting this. Yeah? There's no mobile voting in Europe. There's no mobile voting in... I'm telling you. Yani, it's so apparent that the mobile thing, it's designed to rig. You don't have to... Yani, you don't have to... It's designed to... Obviously. Unasikia? Hata nani ako Sweden hapo, Emma Adedi ananiambia, we don't use mobile voting in Sweden. PJ ananiambia, I wonder how many people dead will be registered to vote next time. But let me tell you something that's going to happen the next 2 days or 3 days. Raila will offer an apology. He'll come to offer an apology tomorrow or the next day. Nisikie, this is prophecy. Mnanisikia? Raila will offer an apology tomorrow or the next day, along with Kalonzo, and they will say, we, Azimio, we've thought about it, na atasema, we don't agree with the IEBC and the sijui nini, and we are asking the president to sijui nini. Utaona, kwa sababu wanaangalia backlash that's happening. I'm telling you, people are peed off about this decision by Raila. Even the Azimio folks. I mean, the Raila apologies are still trying to make case of him. We need dialogue. What dialogue do you need? What dialogue do you need? Yeah. Now, I showed you last time, and I will replay this. This was in the works. Walipanga ikitu. Remember I told you guys. Unajua mimi naambianga vitu hamtaki kusikia. Please. Nyinyi watu mko X, I can see you over there. Kujeni hapa YouTube na mu subscribe. The name is Kenya Revolutionary. Na mu like video. Eh? I'm telling you, this is unprecedented. Kwa sababu it will be so easy to rig. Kwa sababu mtaenda kwa polling station, alafu Ruto atapima, atauliza, okay, niko na vote ngapi hapo? Okay, I'm behind by what? 200,000. Okay, haya. Nani? Murkomen, tuma lori 3. Ikuje na ile imeshamakiwa na voters na dead votes, alafu that's what's going to happen. Karibu sana Joseph Gashu. Tafadhalini, don't miss to like the video tafadhali. Yeah? Dani anasema, unasikia JPJ anasema, never underestimate Raila's hubris. He may just double down. Yeah, ndio nakwambia, he'll give a half-hearted apology tomorrow. Utaona watatoa press conference ama itaandikwa, Sifuna will read it after going to Spice FM. Sifuna is going to explain himself on Spice FM tomorrow. Naambia kesho mtasikia Raila atatoa press conference. He will say, after carefully considering whatever the people Gen Z's demands or the people of Kenya's demands, utamsikia atasema, I've decided to act against this bill. I'm asking my MPs, you wafanye hivi. Then it will still stay, but he'll try to blame Ruto and try to distance himself with Ruto because he's getting a lot of backlash right now. That is what they're going to do. I'm telling you. Kesho tukutane hapa. Mimi niko hapa kila siku. Tutakutana hapa and you'll see it's the same thing. Huyu jamani mkora. They are working together. They've been working together for a while. You think I'm kidding? Haya, wacha nionyeshe. Raila Odinga machinery. Let me show you. Let me show you something else. Amniamini. Haya, wacha nikuonyeshe. I'm here. I'm your political dietitian. I'm here for you. Oh, shoot. My new is... Oh, crap. Okay. All right, I got it. Okay, let me show you guys. Something. Let me show you something. Something very quickly. I'm just reminding you. I told you this. Niliwaambia mkunisikia. My screen is tripping. By the way, the Gen Zs responded. Gen Zs responded to this. And I will read it to you very quickly. I will read it to you so you can see. My screen. Oh crap, this screen is dying. All right. Okay. Let me read it to you. Mko ready? Let me show you something. This is a response by Gen Z. Like, share, comment, and do all the good stuff. Please. We are about, I'm about to show you some stuff. Munaona kwa screen hapo. Can you guys see on the screen? Okay. Gen Z wrote this. Na kuona Francis Kimani. Karibu Francis. Niko ndani. Haya ndio nakuwa. Ati don't kid. Joseph Gashu says, when Ruto was campaigning, I told people a dictator speak as if he is speaking on the interest of the people. Absolutely. Gen Z wameongea. Gen Z have responded to Raila's Ninio and said, Agwambo ka home. Dear Raila Odinga, your decision today to stand with your oppressors validates our choice for not wanting you involved in our protest from the beginning. For the past few weeks, we have fought for our rights as Kenyans online and in the streets. Dozens of Kenyans have been abducted, tortured, and killed. This was not in vain. We will not dialogue with our oppressors. We want change and we want it now. We will not allow you to hijack our movement to satisfy your political greed. You do not speak for us, and today you have shown that you stand with the thieves and killers. We will not be silenced. We will drain this swamp with you in it. This is not business as usual. We are partyless, we are tribeless, and most importantly, we are leaderless. Hey, Pibim. Raila Amolo Odinga, you have been rendered useless. Tafadhali. Lydia is telling me, I can't watch politics anymore. It is depressing. We are not going to be depressed. We are actually going to fight. Ama niaje Lydia? Usivunjike moyo. It is good. They are showing their hand. Wanaji expose which side of the ninio wako, which side of history are they? Are they in the good side or they are ninio? We can see Raila. It's actually good. Because you know when the Gen Z started the ninio, the maandamano, ulikuwa nasikia Raila anasema, oh, I'm supporting you, sijui ninio, I laid out the foundation ya maandamano, I'm happy you guys are carrying on forward. Even the girl that was saying nani ati giving props to Raila, she spoke on ninio, TikTok, or whatever the case is. You know, so people are responding. I'm telling you. But let me show you something that I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you something, and I played it before, but it was this was something that I wanted you to see. It was from days before. Na niliwaambia hii kitu walishapanga kitambo, hamski. I played it before. Ilishapangwa. Hamniamini? Wacha nionyeshe. Let me tell you. Ndio hiyo, for those of you who are mnaninio, this is part of the IEBC new laws. Let me show you. Wacha niweke kubwa. Can you guys see the screen? Imekuwa it's law now. It's law. I hope you can see it to the screen. Election Amendment Bill 224, 2024. Yeah? Ukienda section 338A. The commission shall, tuende tusome. A, appoint a place or places or designate a vehicle or vehicles or a vessel or vessels as a polling station or polling stations for each electoral area, and B, publish in Gazette and publicize through electronic and print media of national circulation and other easily accessible medium a notice specifying the polling stations established for each electoral area at least 3 months before the date of any election. 2, no election shall be conducted in a place other than a place gazetted as a polling station under subsection 1. Okay? So wanasema watadesignate magari fulani, okay? But like I told you, it's easy to manipulate that if you say ati magari ndio zitakuwa zinadetermine hizi vitu. I'm telling you. Niliwaambia hii kitu Raila alishapanga kitambo na Ruto. For those people who are Raila apologists, I'm telling you, fungueni macho. It's either you want a better Kenya or you just want to be a Raila fan, a Raila groupie. Okay? Do you want to be a Raila groupie or do you want to see a better Kenya? Because Raila is not good for Kenya at this point. He's not. Niliwaambia na nitawachezea hiyo video tena. Wacha nionyeshe hiyo video. Let me show you that video again. Because nyinyi mlikuwa mnafikiri nacheza. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. You want me to show you? Haya, wacha nionyeshe. Here it is. It's coming. Ndio inakuja tu. Ngoja ni tu kidogo. Hold up. Inakuja. By the way, Sifuna will be on Spice FM tomorrow. Msikose hiyo Spice FM, msikia anasema nini juu ya hiyo bill alikuwa analeta hapo. Was the guy, he has disgraced himself. Ledama, what's the other guy? What's his face? Forgot his face. Kalwale also embarrassed himself. Let me show you. Why am I losing that? I think I've lost it. Anyway, I've lost it. Anyway, let me play you something else. And let's listen to Raila Odinga's speech. In fact, he referred to Ruto as my brother. Hey, do you remember those words? The same ones he used when he was introducing Uhuru Kenyatta when Uhuru Kenyatta was walishikana hiyo handshake yao. Unakumbuka? My brother. Na before that it was not my brother. Ndio nakwambia, these people Gen Z have exposed these guys. It is embarrassing. Yani ama jamaa hawana aibu. That's the funny part of it. They don't care. Wazi wanawaenjoy na they do not care. They don't care kabisa. Yani hawajali, hawataki kujua. They don't care. Let me play a video by Raila because I want you to listen to his speech after meeting what's his face, Ruto. I want to play that. All right, are you guys ready? Like the video, please. Do not hesitate. Like the video. Sponsored by Grace. I'm about to read your ninio. Aya, dakika 7 tu. Mko na dakika 7. All right, ndio hiyo. Here it is. Let's listen in. Like the video. All right, ndio hii. Hold on. All right, ndio hii ndio sasa Raila alikuwa anazungumza. Okay, like the video guys, like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, please. Tukiendelea tu hivyo, let me play you that Raila Odinga. Let me just listen carefully what he said, then we shall chambua it, all right? Here it is. Ndio hiyo. Raila Amolo Odinga.
And I'm happy that this function has been arranged to take place here at KICC. As my colleague Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka said, we are at a crossroads as a country. And times like this requires leadership. The country to move forward. What we are doing today is a culmination of a process that began sometime last year when President Olusegun Obasanjo came to mediate and the conflict that was raging on us. We agreed when we sat together, myself and Brother William Ruto, that we would follow the route of dialogue. And that is the reason why Nadco was set up. Nadco then proceeded to dialogue and ended up with a very voluminous report, which has contained some very fundamental recommendations. This bill that has now been signed into one of those. But the Nadco report contains which are of the people of Kenya today. If you see the issues which are being raised by our youth, most of them are carefully contained in the Nadco report. But if this Nadco report is implemented fully, you'll be able to address all those issues which are these young people are raising. We are, as I'm saying, our country forward. There have been highs and lows in our history of 61 years. We need to move forward. And I want to say that, at this moment in time, my brother, that we require now engagement so that people are able to. I therefore want to support the proposal my brother Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka that we have this conversation. It may not take more than 2 weeks, but it brings all the stakeholders together. Today, our society is fairly stratified. Nearly 70% of our population is below the age of 35, the youth. If you say that between 35 and 18 constitute about 40%, we need that 40% to be present when this dialogue is taking place. And then the rest can fill the rest. And then we just talk about the Kenya we want. The Kenya we want. Out of that will come out recommendations that will help us to resolve this issue once and for all. And that will be my proposal, Excellency. I think that Kenya deserves better. The issues of employment, the issues of discrimination, the issues of corruption, the issues of gender, and so on, are issues that need to be addressed in the wider forum. I think that it is possible to do. It is possible if there is a will to do it. And then here again, the IEBC is a very important institution. It's not the first time we've had issues with IEBC. If we find a solution to this issue of IEBC, it will be on the way to resolve very many issues in our country. You remember in the last elections, the whole world was stunned when we saw an election commission that was completely divided. Some saying one thing, others saying one thing. You may be happy that, the other group ruled in my favor. But what example are we showing the world as a country? That in the process of very important exercise, the commission is divided. Nobody knows whom to believe up to today. It's a shame on us. And we're sure that we have got men and women here in this country who can actually do a better job. And that will help to unify this country. Last year, we lost 75 precious lives. This year we lost another over 40 lives. To say nothing about those who have been wounded, been hurt. We must prevent this from happening in our country. We should not allow this to continue happening cyclically. Let us find a lasting solution to this problem. We are ready to engage so that we find a solution to this problem. As Azimio of Kenya. With those many remarks, Excellency, now may I have the pleasure to invite my brother, President William Ruto, to address you. Thank you.
Thank you. My brother, William Samoei Ruto, to address you. Bernard, I saw you are in. Unmute. Tell me what you think. Baba ameongea, amesema. He said what he said. Let me help you. Let me unmute you. Hold on. I can't. Okay. Bernard, can you unmute? Bernard, are you there? Bernard?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, what's your thoughts? Nadco reports will solve all our problems, will make Gen Z get out of the streets. What's your take?
First, I'm just, like everyone else, I'm shocked with what happened. Like I've watched your last 3 videos, and you're kind of, you were right on the money. You saw this coming. You announced it. You were pissed off, rightfully so. But where you and I seem to be disagreeing is that there are some undercurrents. We're dealing with the revolution here. And what Raila will soon realize is that this revolution could sweep him and Ruto together. The winds of change are here. Nobody can stop them, And you are very accurate in seeing the shenanigans and maneuvers that Ruto was making. You're very, very accurate. And I agree with you. He was doing that he's trying to engage in some self-preservation. But I think this is just more, this thing is about to, all the ingredients of an explosive revolution are right in front of our eyes. We have everything that is required. So I don't know what's this thing could explode any minute. Those are my thoughts.
Okay, good point. And you're right. I think there's a possibility that maybe there's a revolution that really is about to take off, because the anger is there, it's palpable, especially if you read the whatever that's happening in the Twitter sphere. And what I suspect, and this is now conjecture on my part, I was suspicious of this revolution, this uprising, if you want to call it. I was thinking maybe it was, the Azimio folks who are also behind and financing it, and Ruto also is in on it, using the Boniface Mwangis of this world and the Hanifas, and they wanted to start this thing so that it is not looked at as an Azimio fight, but as the Gen Z, Kenya's people's fight. But in the process of doing that, there are people who are genuinely angry, who are joining in on these mandamanos, who want change. But the goal is to create a situation, a crisis that will galvanize people, majority of people, to agree on this raft of changes, laws that are actually implementing the Nadco stuff. That is what I suspect. That's why I kind of see now the focus is not, let's remove Ruto. Okay, people are saying Ruto must go, but no one is talking about going to State House, doing things that really agitate him. But it could be a possibility, like you said, there's a good possibility that even in the middle of this can be actually a real revolution behind this, which, people are, it started as maybe these people planning this thing, but now the people are taking over. The majority of the people really want to bring change. So there's two possibilities. So you're right in that sense. Now, I was never shocked. I'm not shocked. The only thing I wonder now, what is the dialogue all about? What is this? What's the need of this dialogue? Can someone help me with that? What are they discussing? What is that the discussion? If the Nadco thing is what they want to implement, I mean, the Gen Z are pretty clear. What's the topic? Then
so I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know whether you watched. I like I said, I watched your last 3 sessions, and you were really agitated about what you saw as the hand of the government or Akina Ruto trying to stage manage this thing and take over and go to MOH, divert it from Ruto must go into other things. And I could see their hands. Like I could see Sakaja's hand in the concert in Uhuru Park. Try to placate things and twist things and take over things and have their own quote unquote leaders for the Gen Z. But as they were doing that, Uhuru Park, number one, 2 things surprised Ruto. One, turnout was bigger than he expected. Number 2, as they were, commemorating those who had died and tried to take over and kind of shift the narrative, something else happened. When they were reading the names, people were shouting, Ruto must go. That was not a part of the program. That is something that happened in the crowd. That's something that some energy in the crowd came up. Now, things didn't stop there. After the concert was successful and peaceful, these people, whoever they are, moved to the CBD. And in there, they held other, meetings and groupings, and they were singing. And again, Ruto must go erupted in the streets of Nairobi. And what scared me the most was the next day. I think I don't know if it's the next day or not, but my days are mixed up. Some people, I've been to Holy Family Basilica because I'm a Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
So inside the Holy Family Basilica, the church was packed, and I'm not sure exactly what was going on. But at some point, randomly, Ruto must go started being, rented the entire place and filled the air like tons of volume. Ruto must go. These are Catholics who are some of the most conservative people in Kenya who don't even say much.
Right.
So wow. That was frightening for whoever is paying attention on Nairobi.
Right. For the Ruto,
and you can see the intelligence making calls to Raila. Say, hey, please help us here. We can't control this thing. This thing is we need your help. The state is collapsing. So of course now he has started making stuff up. Maybe they deposited 20 billion into his account. I'm not sure.
200 million. That's the kind of told us. But
that's to me. That's and then something else happened. You see people like Eric Omondi saying that he's going to organize people. He's going to organize 100 people dressed in white to go talk about how the cabinet is going to be dissolved in State House. This is where things are getting extremely dangerous. Because if you mix the anger that's in the country, and I think it's almost unanimous that like 70% of the country, 80% wants Ruto out of there. If you mix all those things and then you bring in something like some crazy guy like Eric Omondi saying he wants to go talk to Ruto, this thing could explode.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this thing, even Raila was incoherent when he was talking.
Yes, very.
Because they pleaded with him. And then, of course, there's another angle to this. Mm-hmm. The United States is very much behind this.
Behind the Nadco, or you mean behind the protest?
Behind Nadco and behind Raila appearing there with Ruto, saying, guys, whatever it is, we need some photo op here. You gotta go to. It has to be in KCC. It's gotta be real quick. You gotta be there. You gotta discuss dialogue here. We gotta try and steady this ship. Things are deteriorating fast. That's my take.
Oh, good. So I never thought of it. So Jay, and I'm bringing you in this. Do you, from what I hear, my friend Bernard is telling me, they brought in Raila to, help us out. Ruto is in trouble. Let's bring Raila and see if we can bring these Gen Zs to behave. What's your take?
The thing is, the situation, the game has changed, and they don't really know what to do. They're panicking and trying to buy time. They try to use police that don't really work the way they expected. They tried the abductions. They tried, bribing people. They tried to shut down the media houses. That failed within a minute. So they really have no idea what to do. So they're trying to do the old handshake BBI, the old 2008 thing, and they have no idea what to do. At the moment, I think just hopefully buying some time and hoping it fizzles out, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there was supposed to be a Mandamano today. I haven't had any reports. I haven't seen any. Well, to be fair, I haven't really seen any news feed coming out of Kenya. I don't know how big it was or if there was any. What I would be interested in seeing is how big or how how big or how impactful the next Mandamano will be now that Raila has come into the fold. And of course, I think, and I kind of agree with Bernard. I think they're banking on Raila to kind of take some of these Gen Zs who idolize him to kind of chill. So I don't know if that will have an impact, or how do you see it?
I think the quote I saw was navigating new land with an old map. I don't think it's going to work anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Bernard, what's with this Gachagua? I hear people talking about Gachagua is part of the funding this Mandamano. He's kind of playing a part in this. Is there any, thing to that story, or is just rumors? Because people are saying, oh, Gachagua and Uhuru they might be behind all this Gen Z thing. They are financing it.
I mean, it's rather obvious that the answer is yes. They are behind it, but they're not controlling it. You see, there's so many players in this. Ruto has his own people in there trying to squash it down. Gachagua has his own people trying to prop it up. They're all in it. But the issue is, this thing is bigger than any single person in Kenya right now. A revolution is nothing just but a revolution. It comes because so many factors have converged that in a way that, it's like a hurricane. It's like a hurricane coming to the Caribbean. You can't control this thing. If it aims at Jamaica, it's going to go and, decimate the island. A hurricane is something natural to some extent. And this is going on right now. Gachagua had beef with Ruto for different reasons. Then he was smart enough to smell the revolution. And in fact, just before hell broke loose, he went and he made a speech in Nyandarua saying, people, you got to have a date with the voters about the finance bill. He actually opposed publicly the finance bill. He was the first person in India to do so, which means he saw something coming. And that's why, to me, I still think, I'm not sure, but Gachagua might end up, he might become a beneficiary of the crisis, but I'm not sure. Because he saw it coming and he announced it before. And also, even before he announced the finance bill, he actually said something. 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote. So there's something this guy knows that we don't know. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that's my take.
Good. Joe, karibu. Lydia, karibu. Let me hear from Joe. Joe, karibu sana. What do you make of this Raila Odinga meeting up with Uhuru? Lydia dropped. Meeting up with the president. And what are they trying to do? Do you agree that he's anajaribu kupoesha watu, ama is it because they want to pass this Nadco thing, which is Government of National Unity? What was your take on that?
Okay, hello everyone. Like I've said, I text on the comment. Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hello?
you. Go ahead.
Well, I said that an old map cannot be used to navigate new territories. So Raila amepata nafasi ya kuenda kujitetea yeye na shida zake ambazo is like this government and the leaders who are high above, they have been blindfolded. No one knows what really is going on because the Moses of today, who are the Gen Zs and the millennials, are telling them, let my people go. But the pharaohs of today, they have decided to harden their hearts. Hawataki kuachilia watoto wa Israeli waende, wamekataa kabisa. The Gen Z are telling them, follow the constitution, do away with the corrupt people. Lakini hawataki because they know themselves wako ndani. Unaona, even during this Sabasaba day ambayo ilikuwa inafanyika pale Nairobi, ilikuwa imekuwa sponsored by the government. Walikuwa wamesponsor wao wasanii, so they thought that vijana watakuja pale wacheze mziki, watumbuize, and then they forgot their sorrow, but it backfired on them. Instead ya kuenda kukula mziki kucheza, they started shouting Ruto must go. Even kuna huyu mwenye, the guy who was reading the names of the comrades who died during the protest, baka anawaambia hapana bana, tunafaa tuseme viva. Wanasema hapana, Ruto must go. So this revolution has already started, but the leaders who are high above, they are still thinking about themselves. Hawaoni ni kama Mungu amewafunga macho. Hawaoni kwamba kuna kitu kubwa inaendelea. Vijana wanasema follow the constitution. Hawa wanataka dialogue. Dialogue for what? We are advocating for something that is there, vitu ambazo ziko kwa kitabu, just go by the book. Lakini hawataki kusikia. Raila pale, yeye anajitafutia yeye na watu yake. Naona sasa imekuwa ni kama amepata kama jackpot. Sasa amepata mahali ya kwenda sasa kujitetea. Unaona? Sasa yeye amepata mahali sana anaweza ingia kwa the home side. Lakini bado hajaelewa what the vijana wants. Yeye bado hajakuja ground ajue vijana. This revolution has already started, na hiyo venye wanajidanganya hapo ati wanaongea na government ati wasaidie, haipoi. Ndio mambo inakuwa worse because some of the people are telling Raila, wewe mzee, wewe tulia. Sasa hii ni wakati yetu, wewe tulia. That's all I can say. Lakini Raila hapo anajidanganya, hapo anajipaka matope tu.
Okay. Lydia, karibu. Lydia, I don't know if it was you who seems upset in the Ninio. Raila namna gani? What do you think?
Malaya kweli.
Wewe watu Azimio watakuua bwana.
Oh well. I don't think he can bend any lower. Now, I noticed that during the Sabasaba, when this guy kept saying Viva and everybody kept saying Ruto must go. What's that guy's name?
I don't know. Kuna mtu anajua?
Yeah,
the person was reading the name. I thought it was that is it a rapper Calligraph? Was it somebody else? I don't know. Who was it?
Okay, that
chat help me.
It's interesting because it's sort of like he did not want to bring the politics in. All these people seem to be tainted, so people have to be just very careful. My question to you is, do you think Gen Z are smart enough to play Ruto's politics?
Yes, I think so. And I'll let everybody also answer that. But yeah, that's a good question. I think from the indication, because what I see on Twitter, the reaction, because these guys are how much Gen Z wako na hasira. They're like,
Lakini, why are they shocked? Lakini, why are they shocked?
No,
they knew he was.
No. They're young. These folks, because Gen Z is like 29, what is it, 21 till 29, 27 or something like that. So these people 4 years ago, okay, well, walikuwa nasikia politics, but maybe they were not fluttering it too much, but
I think,
yes. Yes, they still kind of thought Raila, Raila might be, is this great guy who has done much for Kenya. Yes, Baba is Baba. So and they looked at him as opposition. But now that he has shown his hand, I'm seeing people publicly apologizing to Maguna. Pole, I didn't know your game. Raila is, these are coming from Gen Zs, and they're saying, Raila, this guy is really a con man. I mean, for the move that he makes. So I think they understand there's so much through with Ruto than anyone who's associated with Ruto right now. You'll be in the same. So I think they hawataki kusikia from Ruto and anything that's associated with that. But yeah, or maybe let me ask Jay. Jay is I believe Jay is Gen Z. Maybe can you read through Ruto's Ninio, or are you going to fall for his tricks?
Like I said earlier, Ruto's just toxic at this point. Just being close to him in any way whatsoever is just harmful for whatever you do. So it's not going to work this time, I think. Yeah.
But
Bernard,
are you smart
do you
enough?
think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you, Jay.
I think Lydia had a question.
No, go ahead, Lydia. Ask him. Yeah,
But
Lydia, go ahead.
are you guys aware that because even this signing of the bill, to be honest with you, I expected protests. Anything that Ruto puts his hands on, did they read the bill? Because there's a clause on that amendment bill, like you said yesterday, that is going to work for him. But just by reading what Gen Zs are saying, they feel like the pressure is working. No, it's not. Ruto is doing this for his own benefit. So are the Gen Zs reading between the line about this bill?
I'll speak for myself. I haven't read all the full details of the bill.
Yeah. I think the thing is this, and that's what I was mentioning yesterday with the bill. I'm glad you brought that up. We see this, and Jay, sorry, I'll bring you in because you're Gen Z, then I'll bring Bernard and Joe. E-bill inapitishwa, and I think by now you've seen, if you haven't, I'll just give you a quick Nino. Number one, the part that now they can basically use a mobile magari, if it's designated as a polling station, then there's that where basically the two-party coalitions are going to choose the selection panel, who are in turn going to choose the commissioners. Okay, so as it's basically Azimio and Kenya Kwanza who are choosing who are going to be the commissioners. And my argument is Kenya is bigger than Azimio, and this it should have been through the parliament. And where was the public participation while this bill was being debated or because every bill basically we need to have public participation. So while Gen Z, did they miss the opportunity there to make it an issue for this? Because I saw Wakina Hanifa like, yeah, we are forcing the president now. He's going to constitute the IEBC at the end of the process. What do they? Right. Jay, are you there?
I'm still here.
Jay.
I think, yeah, still here. Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think...
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think everyone has a different agenda at this point, and the methods and the goals aren't the same for everyone, but like I said, we're in uncharted waters, so no one's really sure what's the next way to go forward. But I think everyone can see the setup coming. So, yeah.
Okay. Then I don't know, Naji, are we missing the Ninio? Because it seems like Ruto anapitisha mabill which will affect us mbeleni, and like Jay is telling us, everyone is different. Kila mtu akona agenda yake. Kuna watu wanataka kwenda State House to remove him. There are people who just want to occupy CBD, and that's it. How is this going to play out by Vilonayona?
Well, that's true. He's doing this thing. He has an agenda and a plan, and he's cutting, of course, a deal with, like you're saying, Azimio and Kenya Kwanza cutting a deal with the commissioners and everything.
Sorry, let me mute.
Yeah, they're trying to game the whole system and game Kenyans. But like I said, we're in a revolution, and if it turns out that some kind of protest is going to take place at State House, and somehow Ruto is kicked out, then it's going to bring in sweeping change to Kenya. So all these shenanigans they're doing will be just null and void. Here's an example. Ruto, I believe, he has accumulated so much wealth now. He has so much money. And he wants to protect himself and insulate himself using all these deals where he becomes president again in 2027 and he makes even more money. Then he retires and then he has his kids and friends all over the place. That's in his head. This is his plan. But if he gets swept off from power, we could pass things like a simple law that says Kenya now has a property tax of 2-3%. Now I hear he has 3 million acres of land. Now, under a new regime, a new Kenya where things are fair, clear, and transparent, and we're all equal, and the country's getting richer, then he'll be forced to pay, property tax on his land, and he's not used to paying taxes. He's used to having his way. So whatever they're trying to do, you cannot game a country of 56 million. It's going to backfire real badly. But yes, they're trying to game things to cover their tracks and retain power amongst themselves and their cronies. That's my take. Hey, Kenya Revolution, you there?
Oh, Lord. Sorry, guys. Guys, sorry guys. My internet has been, I don't know what happened, if it's a cyber attack or whatever the case is. I'm sorry for those who are contributing. I'll probably end it here because I don't know what happened. Like everything just is probably a cyber attack. I don't know, but I'll get it figured out. I'm terribly sorry to my viewers and the people who are watching. Let's do another live. I'll just end it here for now. But again, let me find out what the problem is. I don't know if I got attacked or what is it, because I just found myself kicked out and my connection was kind of messed up. I don't know if Itumbi is doing whatever he's doing, but I'll get this resolved. I am so sorry. I'm sorry, Lydia. I'm sorry, Jay and Bernard. Let's meet up. Let me get this thing figured out. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, for those of you who are still watching, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And let's meet up again tomorrow, please. Sorry about that again. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.